Hello students, today we are going to discuss that is Clemmenson reduction. It is very important name reaction in aldehyde and ketone. It is particularly used for the reduction of aldehyde and ketone. In Clemmenson reduction, generally the reagent is zinc, amalgam and hydrochloric acid, that is concentrated hydrochloric acid. This is your main reagent in Clemmenson reductions. Why zinc amalgam is used? Because zinc generally when it reacts with hydrochloric acid, it produces hydrogen gas. This hydrogen gas will be easily trapped by the mercury. That's why zinc amalgam is used to trap hydrogen, which helps to break the CO bond, and the CO bond will be easily reduced. That's why it is generally amalgam of zinc is used as a reducing agent. So what are the basic concept of Clemmenson reduction? Already we have discussed in the aldehyde ketone chapter in the last videos. You can also refer. Here the basic concept is aldehyde or ketone. Any aldehyde or ketone gets reduced by zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl forming alkane. That is very important concept is aldehyde and ketone, that is keto group gets reduced to alkane. This is called your Clemmenson reductions. And in Clemmenson reductions, here the keto group of aldehyde and ketone gets reduced to corresponding alkane. For example, RCHO, here RCHO is RCHO or RCOR gets reduced to RCHO become RCH3 and RCOR become RCH2R, gets reduced to alkane. So this is the basic concept. For what are the examples of the Clemmenson reduction and some basic theory, some exceptional behavior also we will discuss. Here you see it is a cyclic, that is alicyclic ketone, that is it is also one unsaturated alicyclic ketone when reduced by zinc amalgam and HCl. Here you see only keto group is reduced to alkane and other remaining same. So this cyclic ketone, unsaturated cyclic ketone convert to cycloalkene, unsaturated alkene, only reduction of keto group takes place. So that is also one examples. Here you see this is a hydroxyketone. This is called hydroxyketone. Here hydroxyketone gets reduced to alkene. Here you see this keto group, this is your keto group, get reduced to alkane, CO becomes CS2, and here OH and H will be converted to alkane only due to help of hydrochloric acid. Due to protonation of OH group, it helps to loss of OH group and forming alkane. So very important thing we have to remember, when any hydroxyketone is used, in case of Clemmenson reduction, all hydroxyketone will be converted to alkene. This is very important, that is alkene. Alkene is formed. This is the basic concept. Any hydroxyketone will be used, then by Clemmenson reduction it is converted to alkene. So this is the basic concept. Then next part is, if alpha beta unsaturated ketone is used, you see this is alpha beta, this is your ketone, here alpha position and beta position. Alpha beta unsaturation, double bond is available at alpha and beta position. So alpha beta unsaturated ketone when reduced by zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl, it convert to corresponding alkane. This is very important. Alpha beta unsaturated ketone reduced by zinc amalgam and HCl convert to alkane. You have to remember this. Double bond is converted to also alkane, and keto group is also converted to alkane. Of everything, the number of carbon atom remaining same, only double bond convert to single bond and keto group convert to alkane. So this is also important concept of alpha beta unsaturated ketone convert to alkane. Then if alpha hydroxy ketone is used, alpha hydroxy ketone like this, alpha hydroxy ketone, if you take alpha hydroxy ketone and same zinc amalgam on HCl, the major product is alkene. Major product is alkene. Here the hydroxy group loses water molecule by the protonation by HCl, so it converts double bond and keto group convert to alkane, that is hydrocarbon. So that is here either it convert to alkane or it may be convert to alkene, but here major product is alkene in presence of that is zinc amalgam HCl. Any hydroxy ketone, already we have discussed, any hydroxy ketone when treated with zinc amalgam convert to alkene. Here also alkene, along with as alkene it may be convert to alkane. Alkane may be formed or alkene, but major product is your alkene is formed. So that is also very important. Alpha hydroxy ketone convert to alkene. You see, this is also very important that this reaction indicates 1,3-diketone. This is first ketone, then 2 and 3. That is 1,3. 1 position and 3 position mainly contain ketone. That's a diketone. Diketone position 1 and 3. 1,3-diketone when treated with zinc amalgam and HCl, it converted to, very important, it convert to monoketone. Monoketone with rearrangement product. So what is that is the main concept. When 1,3-diketone, that is aliphatic, open chain 1,3-diketone when treated with zinc amalgam and HCl, it produce monoketone. Diketone become monoketone. You see, one keto group is there. With this, as this group is converted to alkane, due to the breaking of this CO bond to convert to alkane, it will be rearranged, and this CH3 will be rearranged. This CH3 move to this position, and this bond will become CH3. This bond becomes CH3, and this CH3 migrated to this carbon. That's why 2 methyl group remain at 1 carbon atom. So due to reduction of 1,3-diketone, the main product is monoketone with rearrangement product. Okay, this is very important. Don't forget this. 1,3-diketone undergo reduction by zinc amalgam HCl, convert to monoketone and rearrangement product. This is very important. Then if the 1,3-diketone will be in cyclic form, if it is a cyclic diketone, 1 position, 2 and 3. If 1,3-diketone in cyclic will be taken, cyclic compound will be taken, same reduction, it produce 2 product. One is complete reduction, reduced product. Complete reduction product is formed. You see, this keto group is reduced and this keto group also reduced. Okay, and also this some ring contraction also takes place. Ring contraction means this group will be joined at this position. When this zinc amalgam reduces CO2, this carbon will be joined, and remaining this bond, when this bond breaks and convert to 1 alkane. When this bond breaks, then this group become methyl, and this CO will be joined by 1 bond. That's why it is called a ring contraction. But diketone generally produce monoketone. Here also monoketone is there. Monoketone will be produced along with contraction of ring takes place. Here it is a hexagon ring, but here is a pentagon. So 6-membered ring convert to 5-membered ring, that is ring contraction along with monoketone, and maybe another product may be produced, that is complete reduction. fully reduced product and partially reduced product. Partially reduced means diketone convert to monoketone and a ring contraction takes place. So this is also very important. You have to remember how cyclic 1,3-diketone is converted to complete reduced product and also monoketone with ring contraction. Okay, then another important reaction is it is very important if it is alpha or beta keto acids. If the organic compound is a alpha or beta keto acid undergo zinc amalgam HCl reduction, the product that this alpha beta keto acids, alpha or beta keto acid cannot be reduced by zinc amalgam HCl. You have to remember, this is very important. This is your alpha position keto group, this is your alpha, this is your beta. Either alpha keto acids or beta keto acids cannot be reduced by zinc amalgam HCl. That means Clemmensen reduction is not applicable to alpha or beta keto acids. There will be no change in the reduction. So this is very important. Then ring contraction discuss and ring expansion also takes place. What is the ring expansion? Suppose you see this is a 5-membered ring. This is a 5-membered ring containing heteroatom nitrogen, and a keto group is there and a methyl group is there. This keto group will be reduced to, what happens? It will be reduced to alkane. But ring expansion takes place in case of zinc amalgam. How? And this bond breaks and shifted to this position. When it is shifted to this, 5-membered becomes 6-membered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-membered ring and CO convert to alkane. That's why everything is remaining same. N-methyl is there. Only ring expansion takes place. And this 1, 2, 3 become 1, 2. Okay, and this expansion takes place. This expansion ring size increases, 5-membered becomes 6-membered. You have to remember, when any heterocyclic compound like nitrogen, oxygen is there, it undergo expansion, ring expansion, forming higher size ring along with the reduction of keto groups. Keto group will be reduced. Okay, so this is very important for the Clemmensen reduction of aldehyde and ketone. What are the important steps we have to remember? Again I am repeating this one. When any cyclic keto group will be reduced, convert to only, that is cyclic alkene, cyclo compound undergo reduction, convert to alkene on reduction of keto groups, and hydroxyketone when reduced, it convert to alkene. Similarly, alpha beta unsaturated ketone convert to alkane. Alpha beta unsaturated ketone, unsaturated means double bond, convert to alkane. But hydroxyketone convert to alkene. And alpha hydroxyketone also convert to alkene, already we discussed. And also it may be undergo fully reduction, that is alkane. This is your alkane. This is alkane. You have to remember the principle. This is the theory. Alpha hydroxy ketone convert to alkene, same member of carbon, and also it convert to alkane. If it is 1,3-diketone in open chain structure, 1,3-diketone convert to monoketone. Just you see, 1,3 position, only one keto group remain, then rearrangement of alkyl group, rearrangement takes place. Here you see methyl group just attached to keto group. Due to rearrangement, this methyl group shifted to this position and this group become methyl. This due to reduced CO convert to methyl, and this methyl shifted to here and convert to monoketone with rearrangement product. But if the compound is cyclic 1,3-diketone, in case of cyclic diketone, fully reduced product is this one, all keto group reduced, along with ring contraction takes place, and mono keto group will be produced and along with ring contraction. So remember, this is very important for cyclic 1,3 diketone. If the compound is alpha or beta keto acids, there is no reduction. There will be no reduction of alpha or beta keto acids. This is alpha keto acid, this is a beta keto acids. It cannot be reduced by zinc by Clemmensen reductions. Very important. If heterocyclic ring is taken, then keto compound will be reduced and undergo ring expansion, forming higher member ring with the reduction of keto groups. So these are very important steps for the reduction of aldehyde and ketone. What are the basic concept already we discussed. Now I will give some homework question for you. You can write these things. Okay. The homework is like this. If you take cyclic compound, this is a cyclic compound, keto group is there here. So this is your alpha, this is your beta, this is your gamma. This compound, suppose this is A, this is your A. If treated with fat, it will be treated with zinc amalgam and HCl. This is your first product. This is, suppose this is A. Then second you give, instead of HCl you give SOCl2. Second you give SOCl2, that is SOCl2. First to this A you add zinc amalgam and HCl, then second you give SOCl2. Okay, then this is your B, this is your B. Then B will be treated with, when this B treated with aluminum chloride, then produce C. So my question is, identify what is B and C. You have to identify what is the B. This is the application of this Clemmensen reduction. First step is the Clemmensen reduction. Second step is the reaction of, just I am giving some hints. Second step is the reaction of carboxylic acid with SOCl2, and third step is aluminum chloride, that is your Friedel-Crafts alkylation. You have to think what is the formula of B and what is the formula of C if structure of A is like this. So you complete the answer, you send your answer in the comment box. Okay, we'll discuss the answer in the next class. You can send your questions if you have in the comment box. We'll discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you all.